you guys have created a landscaping yard that's almost like a Chelsea flower show display area, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, because, and that's what I was thinking this morning when I look back. You guys in the summer months, you'll put the cushions out. There's flowers growing there. It's good, isn't it?
Oh, it is a proper immersive experience. Like, if you come and shop for your garden, you enter into that space.
Yeah, tell us about that. So somebody arrives.
Someone arrives, they pull up in the car park, probably think it's just a normal builder's merchant.
Yeah.
They flow into the show area, and you just completely forget where you are. You feel like you are fully immersed in, these beautiful
a real living
gardens.
area.
Yeah, and like it feels a lot bigger when you're in the space, obviously. And there's 15 show gardens to, walk around and guide your inspiration to your taste.
So how many gardens are there, Mick? How many in total?
Yeah, 15.
15?
Yeah, 15. And obviously there's open spaces in between them.
So tell us about, like, some of the spaces. What have you got? You've got a Moroccan one, haven't you?
Yeah, I'll tell you what the spaces serve as a purpose, which a lot of people don't understand. They think we just sell products, Johnny. Yeah. Which we do, but we ultimately, as much as I do, everyone sells the same products. Yeah,
of course they do.
It's what you do on top of that really builds that brand and builds that community behind that brand.
The devil's in the detail, isn't it?
Yeah. So we came up with the idea that we would give a physical space to our top loyal customers over the years, to allow them to bring their clients into their space over their website. So people don't just go on their website now; they can actually go down to us and see their work in the detail and be immersed in the garden and their work. So that was a real incentive for them to do that. But also we drive all the footfall into the show gardens to generate them leads. So as you come round, you can scan the sign at the front of the garden, and then we connect you with the person who's done that garden. So we all flourish together, and we've created this really invested community of just like supporting one another. Yeah. And that is what we love to do. That is what we drive forward to do, is like supporting the brands, helping businesses grow, and vice versa. They do exactly the same.
So you're like a big family then, aren't you?
We're one big family. 100%.
There's this thought process that the guy Simon Sinek brought out. It was the golden circle: what you do, how you do it, and why. Exactly. And that's what all companies worked on. And then he flipped it, and it was about the why, wasn't it? Yeah. So working closely with your top people, your landscapers that come in there, you're helping them to showcase what they can actually do.
Definitely. Yeah.
So they build these areas, then you supply material.
We supply the materials. They invest their time and effort into installing the garden.
Do they come back and maintain it?
We have someone to maintain it. Yeah, like plants, soft landscaping, clean up the garden, general maintenance. That's us. Like, we have someone to do that. But in terms of refreshing the garden, coming in, laying some new paving, that's all them.
Whereabouts exactly are you? Where is it? If they wanted to go and have a look, and I would say go down and have a look, because it's just amazing. I keep saying I'm going to come down, but tell us where you are exactly.
We're based in Paddock Wood in Kent, so just outside Tunbridge Wells. Yeah. Probably takes 10 minutes to get to Tunbridge Wells. We're down the road from the Hot Farm. People recognise the Hot Farm. You can find us on Corker UK to see exactly what we're talking about here. And
that's another ball game. There's Corker's TV.
That's our social. Our Corker UK is our social, like Instagram. Yeah. But we have Corker TV, so we shoot all our own content and run our own YouTube channel and stuff like that as well.
But what a great place for a landscaper. There he is. So for me, years ago, I'd go out and I'd take a little photo album. It was called my brag pad. It was like a photo album. You sit down on a Sunday with your mum and your grandmother and you go through the photos. So I'd have all these photos laid out. And then what I would do then, I'd have my letters of reference. And it was my way of sort of reassuring them. But now...
Well, we do that for you.
Right, I see.
So we do that for you. If you send your customers to us, you can 100% guarantee that they're going to be looked after. They're going to be blown away by the experience just from our service, the environment we've created. And so we have your best interest to, onboard your customer to our services and offerings, and also, talk about you and how good you are and what we think of you, and really cement that reputation for you as well to your customer.
I say if I was to go to, and I'll say it, Jewson's or Travis Perkins, I've been in there, I've talked to the managers in different places, I say to them, you guys need to go and look at Corker's TV. The whole approach is totally different. It's about the why. Yeah. It's about the why and what they're doing down there. It's totally different, and a different way. When somebody walks into your yard, what's it like the experience for a customer when they walk in?
Yeah, can I just say, pick up on that? Because basically, because I come from a construction background, I always knew how intimidating it was to go into a builder's merchant. If you're in your local builder's merchant,
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, it's fine, isn't it? They say, good morning, Johnny.
Yeah.
But you go into one, somewhere in the middle of London you don't know, you're still treated like...
Mick, I'm so glad that you actually said that, because you're walking somewhere and you'll send a customer down and say, look, what I want to try and do, I want you to go down to local merchants. I want you to go and have a look by yourself. Don't let me influence you, and go and have a look at some of the natural stone. And they walk over to a box to have a look inside the box, and I'm not there. And they say that the fork truck driver shouted at them saying, "You can't pull them out the box." And you think, oh my God, they're going to spend a couple of £1,000 on paving here, and that's their experience, isn't it? It's got to be right, isn't it? You've got to hold your hand. These potential clients, you've got to hold their hand through the whole process.
Well, and that's what was lovely when we was designing the show area, and basically the whole yard was literally, it was all about that intimidation, making sure we get rid of that. And when we first launched the gardens, what used to happen was the dads or the fathers would come down on their own, just to see what it was about. And everyone said the same thing. It was, I'm going to bring my wife and kids back down here. And then slowly over time, everyone brings their dogs, the family turn up.
I can see it. I'll tell you now, I walked into a merchant's the other week, and I'd collected some bricks, and I went back in there to collect the bricks again. And the fork truck driver said to me, "What do you want?" I said, "Well, come to get the other lot of bricks." And he said, "Well, you can't have them." I said, "Oh, okay. Why is that?" He said, "The lorry's in the way and I can't move it yet. I'm busy." And I thought, really?